Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some MLB player props I like on Prizepicks for today for Saturday, August the 20th. We do have a big Saturday slate. I think we have 16 games today. We got a doubleheader, and we have some early games today. So a lot of options on the board for Saturday, a lot of player props to choose from. I got 3 plays I'm going to give out in this video, guys. Prizepicks, they posted their pitcher props. I want to say 45 minutes to an hour ago, and I've kind of been looking at the board, looking through everything, even looking at some of the hitter props, and I found 3 props I liked for today's slate, just kind of taking a first look at the board. So as always, guys, we're going to share these 3 plays. We're going to share why I like them. Before we do get started, though, we will recap our plays from Friday, and we gave out 3 picks Friday, and once again had a great day on Friday. All 3 of our plays hit in Friday's video. Over fantasy score for Graham Ashcraft hit. He pitched a really good game against the Pirates. I think he went almost 7 innings, had 8 strikeouts, and I think he did give up 3 runs, but it didn't matter because he got 8 strikeouts. He went way over his fantasy score. Brady Singer, we took his over fantasy score against the Rays, and he pitched a solid game as well. Went 6 innings, had 7 strikeouts, gave up just 2 runs, and I think he finished with like 37 or 38 fantasy points. And then we also took the over on Tyler Anderson's fantasy points against the Marlins. He pitched a pretty good game as well. Went 7 innings, had 6 strikeouts, only gave up 1 run. And all 3 of our plays hit. We cashed out once again on our entry. So hopefully you guys tailed the picks on Friday. That's back-to-back days now that we've hit our 3-pick entries. Gave out 3 picks on Thursday. Hit all 3 of those plays as well. On a nice little 6-0 run over the last 2 days. And we also had another great day on Patreon. We had a great day on Patreon yesterday. Gave out 3 plays, or on Thursday, excuse me. Gave out 3 plays on Patreon Thursday. Hit all 3 of those. Gave out 5 additional plays on Patreon for Friday. Hit all of them except 1. We did miss one of our Patreon plays. Went 4-1 on Patreon. But if you guys are new here and you want to check out the Patreon, I do give out additional Prizepicks plays that I like over on Patreon each day. It's $20 per month. Gets you access to all of my Prizepicks plays. Also gives you access to my DFS content that I will be posting when NFL season returns. I'm not doing DFS content for MLB this year, but I'll definitely be doing it for NFL and for NBA. Also, you get access to our Discord chat. So if you ever have to ask me any questions, I'm always available through Discord. That's available for Patreon members. And on Patreon, I give out additional plays I like, anywhere from like 3 to 5 picks, depending on how much there is I like that day. I give a full write-up for each play as well. So as you can see, these are the picks I gave out for Friday. The only one that did not hit was Wilmer Flores, his over fantasy score that did not hit, sadly. But Flores, he had a double that was off the center field wall. I mean, he missed a home run by literally inches. Could have had another sweep on the Patreon plays. But I give out additional plays I like on Patreon with the write-up. Also, I give out my 2 favorite plays of the day overall. So all the plays I give out in this video, plus all the plays I give out on Patreon, combine those all together and just try and figure out which 2 are my favorites, which 2 I'm the most confident in. You can play a 2-pick power entry with those 2 guys. We hit our 2-pick power entry for Friday. So if you guys want to check out the Patreon, get access to all these additional Prizepicks plays. We've been doing really, really well with our Patreon plays lately, and hopefully we can keep that going on Saturday's slate. I'll probably take a look at the board again sometime Saturday morning, and I'll try and find some more props I like once Prizepicks post their full board for Saturday. But yeah, guys, check out the Patreon. You can see all the winning entries we had yesterday. Had a 5-pick I won for $750. Cashed out our 2-pick. Our top 2 plays hit. Had all 5 plays. Got 4 out of 5, so still cashed out for 2x on that entry. Great day Friday. Hopefully we can keep it going on Saturday's slate. But real quickly, guys, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well if you are new here. And also, if you have not signed up for Prizepicks yet, definitely get over there, sign up, use promo code NOAH. When you do, Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But let's talk through our plays for Saturday. So we got 1 total bases prop that I like. So we do have a hitter prop that I like for today, and then we have 2 strikeout props I like. So first off, for total bases, we are going to be looking at one of these early games. It's a 110 Eastern game. So it's kind of an early game. I want to make this video on Friday night and get it up for you guys. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, you'll be able to get this play in. And this game has not started yet, but if you're watching this video sometime late Saturday afternoon and the game's already started, then you can just play the other picks that we give out. But for the play I like in this early game, it's going to be Mike Trout. We're taking Mike Trout's over 1.5 total bases. He gets a matchup against Tyler Alexander today, and this is a spot that I like a lot for Mike Trout. Now, Mike Trout did just return from injury on Friday, returned to the lineup. I think he went 1 for 4 on Friday with a single. I think that single that he did hit was a pretty hard hit ball. I think it was like 112 miles per hour or something. So Trout is coming back from an injury, but I'm not too worried about that. When it comes to baseball, they're going to get guys when they're injured. They'll get rehab starts. They'll get to play in the minors. So Trout should be fine. Like I'm not worried about this injury at all. And we obviously know that Mike Trout is one of the best hitters in baseball. I mean, you look at his numbers on Baseball Savant. It's all like top 10% in the league. I mean, average exit velocity, max exit velocity, hard hit percentage. I mean, Trout, he makes a ton of hard contact. Expected WOBA, expected slugging, barrel percentage. Those are all top 1-2% in the league. The one thing that Trout has struggled with this year, which is surprising, is his strikeout rate. He actually has been striking out a lot this year. He has a 29.8% K rate, which is one of the higher K rates he's had. It's the highest K rate he's had his entire career. So he's been striking out a lot more this year. But this matchup against Tyler Alexander is not one you worry about when it comes to getting struck out. If you look at Tyler Alexander, he has one of the lowest strikeout rates in the league. Has just a 12.4% K rate this season. When you look at his expected batting average, expected slugging, those numbers are in the bottom 10% in the league. He has a 3.98 ERA, Tyler Alexander does, but his expected ERA is worse than that. It's 4.86. So, Baseball Savant, the analytics, they're basically saying that Alexander is even getting a little bit lucky right now. He should be getting blown up. So, I think it's a good spot for Trout. Trout has always hit left-handed pitching really well. He's got great numbers against lefties this year. 265 ISO against lefties, 434 WOBA. Alexander, on the other hand, against right-handed hitters, 314 WOBA, 171 ISO, just a 10% strikeout rate against righties. So Alexander is a low strikeout pitcher. He's going to let you put the ball in play. Mike Trout is obviously one of the best hitters in the league. He's one of those guys that when he puts the ball in play, he usually hits the ball very hard. He hits the ball very far. So I like the spot a lot for Trout. I think we can maybe see him hit a double, 2 singles. He can maybe homer today. There's plenty of ways he can go over his total bases. I usually don't give out hitter props too often because hitter props can be a little bit volatile. They can be a little bit tougher to predict. But when I find a spot that I really like, that I feel good about, I'm fine playing hitter props for that. And this is a spot I do like quite a bit for Mike Trout. I think against left-handed pitching, especially a weak lefty like Alexander, this spot definitely is good for Mike Trout. So that's going to be our first play for today, is over 1.5 bases for Mike Trout. And then the 2 strikeout props that I'm looking to are coming in these night games. First one that I like is going to be Christian Javier taking his over 6.5 strikeouts in a matchup against the Braves. Now I've talked about this basically all season. The Braves, they are a good offense. They have a good lineup. They're power. They have a lot of power, but they strike out a lot. If you look at where the Braves rank this season in terms of strikeout rate, they have the second highest K rate in the league against right-handed pitching, 25.2% K rate, or actually they're tied for second highest, 25.2% K rate. And when you look up and down this lineup just is loaded with strikeouts. I mean, pretty much everyone in this lineup has a K rate above 20% this season. 23% for Acuna, 27 for Swanson, 24 for Riley, 25 for Olsen, 28 for Contreras, 28 for Rosario, 22 for Michael Harris, and 30% for Robbie Grossman. So lowest strikeout guy is Michael Harris, and his K rate is it's higher than average. I mean, it's 22.1%. There are strikeouts available up and down this Braves lineup. Christian Javier is a really good strikeout pitcher. He has a 32.2% K rate this year, which is towards the top of the league. It's in the top 7% of the league. Has a pretty good whiff percentage, so he's able to get swings and misses. Chase rate not super high, but clearly the strikeout stuff is there for Christian Javier with the 32% K rate. And this matchup is really good for strikeouts. Christian Javier, he might give up a few runs today. This Braves offense, again, they are good. They have power, but I think he'll be able to get 7 strikeouts. I think with how good of a strikeout pitcher he is, with how much the Braves do strike out, I like his chances of getting 7 Ks. We've seen Javier have some massive strikeout games this year. There was one start earlier this year where he had 14 strikeouts or something against the Angels. I know he had a recent start where he had a ton of Ks. He had 10 Ks against the Angels. He had 14 Ks another start against the Angels. There was one start this year against the Yankees. He had 13 Ks. He's got big-time strikeout stuff. Last 2 starts, he's gone under 7 Ks, but one of those matchups was against Cleveland, a really low strikeout team. He did face Boston, got 7 Ks. Had to face the Yankees, only got 3 Ks then. But when Javier gets good strikeout matchups, he has the upside to just rack up Ks. And I obviously think this is a good strikeout matchup because the Braves have been striking out a lot this year. So I like that as our second play for today, over 6.5 strikeouts for Christian Javier. Third and final play, another strikeout prop. Going to be taking the over 4.5 strikeouts for Logan Gilbert. Now, Logan Gilbert, his strikeout rate is not like super high this year. It's only, it's about average, 22%. But this is a very favorable matchup for strikeouts, and this is the main reason that I like this prop. If you look at where Oakland ranks this season, the A's have the 8th highest K rate against righties, 23.6%. Their strikeout, I will say their strikeout rate over the last 30 days is about league average, but on the season they are in the top 10 in K rate against righties, and this is another scenario kind of similar to Atlanta. When you look up and down this Oakland lineup, there's only like 1 or 2 guys that don't strike out much. Tony Kemp doesn't strike out much, only an 11.5% K rate. And Vacin, I think that's how you say his name, or Vacin, he only has a 14% K rate. But every other hitter has a K rate above 20%. You got a guy like Cal Stevenson with a really high 36% K rate. Langoliers, it's a small sample size, only 8 at bats, but he's got a super high K rate against righties. Sheldon Noisy, I think that's how you say his name, 29% K rate. Vogt, 25%. Brown, 22%. Murphy, 21%. At the bottom of the lineup, Nick Allen, 21%. So there are a lot of strikeouts available in this Oakland lineup. Gilbert, again, he's not like an elite strikeout pitcher, but he does still have a solid 22% K rate this year. His strikeout stuff is kind of come and gone this year. Like, he's had some big strikeout games. There was one start this year where he had 8 Ks against Houston, which was kind of odd to see because Houston is not a team that strikes out much. But he had 9 Ks against Toronto earlier this year. He had 9 Ks against Philly. He's flashed strikeout upside. I will say that as of late, he has not pitched nearly as well as he did at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, Logan Gilbert looked like one of the best pitchers in the league. The last few starts, he's kind of struggled, but some of those have been tough matchups. I mean, he's had to face the Astros twice. He's had to face the Yankees twice. This is one of the best matchups he's had in a while against Oakland. So I like this spot a lot for Logan Gilbert. I think he can get us 5 strikeouts. He did face Oakland once this year. He did not get 5 strikeouts against them. He went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, only had 3 Ks. I don't really care too much. I mean, I think the matchup's good enough that we can expect Gilbert to probably get close to, if not over, 5 Ks. I like this spot a lot. I think Oakland strikes out enough that we can get us. Logan Gilbert can go out there and get us 5 strikeouts. So it's going to be our third and final play for today. Is over 4.5 Ks for Logan Gilbert, and these are my 3 plays for Saturday's slate, guys. We've been on a really good run the last few days. Cashed out on all 3 of our plays on Thursday. Cashed out all 3 of our plays on Friday. Let's try and keep it going. If we can hit all 3 of these plays Saturday, that would obviously be great. But I'll be taking a look at the board again on Saturday morning, and I'll try and find some more props I like once Prizepicks posts their full board. If you guys want my additional Prizepicks plays for today, check out the Patreon. Link down below in the description. We've been doing really well on our Patreon plays too. Went 3-0 on Patreon plays Thursday. Went 4-1 on Friday. The last 2 days with Patreon plus YouTube picks, we've gone 13-1 over the last 2 days with our with those 2 picks combined. So it's been a great run lately. Hopefully we can keep it going. Hopefully we can make some money once again today. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate you watching. Hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button as well if you have not yet. And also sign up for Prizepicks too, as we mentioned at the beginning of the video. If you have not signed up for Prizepicks yet, get over there, sign up, use promo code NOAH when you do, and Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But good luck today, guys. Enjoy your Saturday. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one. Good luck, guys. Peace.